If the police department are following legitimate leads, that's one thing. And as the mayor of the city of New York, I want to make sure that New York City stays safe. It means using the tools that we have to make sure that that happens. So if they're following leads, I want to make sure that the police department follow those legitimate leads in any community. The one thing that I have never favored, it is to target any one community just because of who people are and what they worship. I think that's dangerous. And I think that that has been used against other communities in the past. And I'm not going to go down that path. So the one thing is being vigilant, absolutely. As mayor, I'm not going to take a step back when it comes to crime and safety, or when it comes to continuing the fight against terrorism. When it comes to the police department and NYPD following legitimate leads anywhere, I'm going to make sure that that happens.
Law. Unlike my colleague Bill Thompson, who said he was going to eliminate the surveillance program. Now he's here, he's saying he's going to follow all the leads.
Sal,
so I think we have to say the same thing everywhere we go, Bill. And
what I said,
you did the same thing.
and
You did the same thing with the Inspector General. You were for it, you're against it, now you're for it. We've got to say that, we've got to be consistent. I think people in the city have to be able to trust you, so you say the same thing wherever you go. You don't change your rhetoric based on the community that you're talking to.
Sal, and now I will respond because it's clear that as we sit on these panels, you need to pay a little more attention. So the first thing that what I said was, I was asked the question, was surveillance, was it unconstitutional? I said, no, it wasn't unconstitutional. What I said at that forum is I think that targeting it's the same thing I said here, that targeting any individuals, any group of people, because of who they are and what they worship, is wrong. I said that then. I'm saying, Sal, I said that. Go back and look at the transcript, Sal. Go back and look at the transcript, Sal. That's the same thing I said that I'm saying now, Sal.
The transcript is clear. I mean, the transcript is clear.
Okay, now that each of you have had an opportunity to address that, we'll continue with Bill de Blasio. I just have one question. Can't we all just get along?
You know, the narrow question, is it constitutional? As opposed to, is it right and would you tolerate it, is something very different. Is it right? Absolutely not. To single a group out, to follow people, to infiltrate mosques and bookstores, to compile associations, to be able to do all of those things, is it right? Absolutely not. Should it be done? Positively not. Would I allow it? Definitely not. So when you start to look at it, is it right? No. And I think that, you know, in looking at even the outrage from New Jersey, as they expressed concern and outrage that New York City police had gone to New Jersey and infiltrated mosques there. That's wrong. To single any group out because of what they believe in, the religion that they worship, and who they are. That isn't New York City. That isn't this country. That isn't what we believe in. I think it is important to make that statement. So to be very honest about it, constitutional, that's a narrow question. Is it right? No. It's disgraceful. And
the specific question was, as mayor, what would you do to get the right balance between public safety and civil liberties?
People are following, and look, I think we're all concerned, are people following the legitimate leads? That's one thing. They were following nothing. There were no leads, there was no information. NYPD, at the direction, I'm sure, of its commissioner, in fact, just infiltrated just because. They weren't following anything, and the truth is, if you did things correctly and worked closer with communities, you would turn up more information. Those communities would work closer with the police department to provide information as opposed to being scared, as opposed to being stigmatized, as opposed to being targeted.